Game of Thrones tonight?
Welcome to another episode of The Scoop.
Hell yeah.
Scoop
Tonight, we have a pretty full house here.
Yeah, full house. You got someone in the bathroom, off camera, off mic.
Well,
That guy that curses a lot when you need him.
yeah, God, that guy. You never want to be that guy.
We have Event Horizon.
We have a summit meeting of 3 bands. We have Event Horizon over here in this corner with one person from Solunar. Then we have one member from Resurface. And we have the second member for Solunar over in this corner.
All the loves.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
So, how are y'all doing this afternoon, for starters?
Very good. Beautiful.
Shibby.
Yeah.
Starting to feel a buzz. That's good.
Yeah. The buzz I got now is not succumbed to the one last
That's a
night.
stroke.
But it's good.
That's a stroke.
That's a stroke? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I thought it might have been a tumor.
Spots.
Okay.
You're seeing them.
It's not a tumor. Thanks, Dr. Devin.
Tuma. It's a Tuma.
Thank you, Dr. Devin. I appreciate that. Yeah. I just want a cookie.
So, for starters, y'all do have a show that's coming up here on September 1st. All
September
three of
1st.
y'all?
Yeah, it's actually these boys' EP release show, and we're privileged enough as Event Horizon and Resurface to join these guys on stage. I mean,
Right.
from day
I
one, these
appreciate
guys
it.
they ripped it up, and it's an honor to share this experience with them guys. They're phenomenal talent.
Fucking
and
incredible.
Jesus Christ!
Was that
likewise,
that
guys.
show in Baton Rouge when I first met you guys? Was that your first show actually releasing, playing live the music? Because I know you guys said that you hadn't played a show for a year or so because you were working on the music.
Twist of Line was our first official show.
What was that,
think we were on
second
that
show
bill,
or
huh?
something like
Yep.
that?
Yeah,
First
Resurface actually
That was the
on
first
that
show in Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did great on that one, so see
Appreciate
how
it.
far, at the Southport Hall show, see how you guys
Yeah,
come.
we're stoked. We're super stoked. We've been practicing like crazy. We have the songs pretty much hardwired into our brains. We played it so many times. But yeah, we can't wait to see where it goes. We're excited.
How long? How you guys said you were a band for 2 years before you actually played a show because you really wanted to make sure the music was,
Yeah, we started together, me, Justin, and David, and a bunch of others, in Dismantling Pyramids. With that group, we had some musical differences. Some of the people had to leave. Our keyboardist had a baby, so we stuck together and formed Solunar, and started writing from there.
That's cool. And what about Resurface? What's the history on them?
Yeah, I don't
badass.
know. We're just a bunch of old dudes that play music. Yeah, I don't know. We started off as an acoustic band, actually, with just me, Daniel Mary, Mike Soche. And then we were like, fuck this, let's play some metal. So we got a full band together, and we've been doing this for about 2 years now, I think. Something like that. Right now, we're working on new material. Going to be recording it soon, hopefully.
Can't wait to see you guys because the last show I saw you guys at was the what was it that you showed up for, the Arbitrary show? It was
Gasa Gasa?
the Gasa Gasa show, which was freaking awesome.
Thank you.
And we had the place packed, and you guys definitely energized the crowd.
That's all Mr. Mary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Definitely.
keep still, bastard.
That big ball bastard.
It's true.
It's not a bad-
And
it's not a bad
last but
quality.
not least, Event Horizon. What's some backstory on that? You guys haven't been a band. You guys haven't been a band for what, a few months now?
No, I think around Christmas time is when we kind of started talking, and then after Christmas we decided to get together and start jamming. And that's when I tried out, and then we knew we had something, and the songs came super quick and tight, really quick, and we booked our first show, which was I think was April. Yeah, April. We booked that literally within a month of us practicing because we knew we had something, and what that did was that made us work hard and show we can do something, and that set the bar for where we want to be. If we can nail something that people are gonna love in that many months, when we decide to record our EP, which we have, and taking time, it's just mind blowing. And it's just been a ride ever since, and I'm so glad to meet these guys through that experience because they've taken us on a ride and showed us things, we showed them things, we all trade secrets and talk and gig together, and that's such a good thing that we haven't had in the scene in a long time, and it's glad to have it back. It's really good to have a brotherhood of musicians, and
I agree.
everybody shows up to everybody's shows and hangs out and drinks and has a good time. I haven't felt this love in the community in the last 5 or 6 years I've been playing music. It's refreshing.
How many shows have you guys played since April?
I think we're reaching,
10
crawling
point,
on, huh?
Reaching a 10 point, maybe.
No, maybe 15, a little past
15.
10, yeah. We did a little mini tour with Solunar.
Yeah.
They came with us. We did a little run. We started at Babylon.
And too soon, may they rest.
Yeah, man.
in peace.
God rest their souls.
Gone too
Poor
soon.
guys.
No pun intended.
Gone too soon.
But we took Solunar with us. They were getting out, and then and then too soon was kind of getting there out. And we all just branched out, and we put ourselves out there. We said, look, we want this to be exposure. We really don't care about anything except for exposure. And the reactions and the love and support, we were all like, we all have something here, and it gave us this confidence boost. Solunar was finishing up their EP. We were going into recording our EP, and man, that right there was phenomenal. And like now, we just keep booking shows, and we take time. We don't want to saturate the scene or anything like that. We just want to take time, and that's what it's all about, man. Just making people really want to see you, and making that point every time you play a show, a different point every time, but it has to be a solid point every time.
So far, I've been to almost all of your local shows here, and compared to the first show, when you guys only had that like one diehard fan, I've slowly seen a trickling of more diehard fans that like get out there, not like standing over by the bar and like, oh, it's okay, man. No, like actually in your face, like rocking out with you guys.
Shout out to Jeremy Davis on this one. Since
Dude,
he
Jeremy,
is that
my
diehard
God,
fan.
that guy
Yeah.
is phenomenal. Like,
Hey, with that the Solunar little mini tour, where did you guys? How far did you guys get out to?
Lafayette.
Lafayette, yeah.
Lafayette was the farthest.
Not very far.
It was
Yeah,
like
not
a
too far.
three show kind of mini
yeah, it
tour.
was Babylon's one weekend, and the next weekend it was Friday in Baton Rouge and Saturday in Lafayette.
Right.
So it was we're supposed to book a gig in Homa. Didn't really work out. Didn't have anything open, so it's supposed to be kind of like a little 4-city tour. It turned into 3, but man, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was fun.
On the Solunar EP releases, it was 5 songs.
Yes,
There's
4
gonna be 5
tracks.
songs.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
4, 5 songs. Well, it's 5 tracks, 4 songs, 1 interlude.
Nice.
So it's something.
What's
Special
the
for you
well,
guys.
for which one's your favorite top track that kind of you put the most work into? Same question for you.
Okay.
Personally, I think Voyage was the one we started off with that we really just, came together and thought about it. And I think my second would be Spectra. We wrote that in like a matter of a week and just, really pushed ourselves, to get it out because we needed one more song to make it about 20 minutes for the EP, for a set to be long enough.
And for you?
It's a toss-up between the same songs, either Spectra or Voyage, because Voyage was that solid first song we started writing when we first kind of got together. It was actually the spawn from Dismantling Pyramids, that song. And then as that band, broke up, that we kind of like trickled that piece of that band to this one. And that's what, I guess that one's more special to us because of that. But Spectre is just that one that, because we went so fast with it and so on point, I feel like that's going to be like our main sound, our like style.
So if that was like the song, if Ricky was going around like, oh man, you gotta check out this band Solunar, that would be the one song you'd recommend him to show people to hook them into?
I mean, I believe so, yes.
I'm gonna show people Red Giant.
Dude, Red Giant. Yes, that is the song, dude. Red Giant. It's so good. Like
Well,
that
see?
like every time me and Ricky talk about Solunar, it's always Red Giant. We're all like, dude, Red Giant. Oh my! And that I made it a point. Like when I first saw them at Babylon, I really didn't get I didn't get to see their whole set. When I saw their set, when we did a live feed for them, I made sure they included Red Giant because I think I did that Voyage too, but that Red Giant. Oh Jesus, dude, it's
Interesting.
it's
We
so
wanted
beautiful.
to really blend soft with hard in that song. So,
Yeah, that one's a
just a mixed match of, feelings.
genre.
Yeah, it's
is-
very
into that.
emotional.
Yeah,
It's
there's
good.
a lot of
It's-
emotion in that song.
Jesus.
Did y'all self-record the album, or did y'all work with a particular studio?
We work with Jonathan Dolis from Concrete Studios, and he was great.
Phenomenal.
I mean, he just,
So good.
he was so patient with us, and vice versa, and it was just, he was so professional. It just came out. The quality was, like you said, phenomenal. I just was,
He has
so
one of the best
blown
ears
away
for
by it.
what he does. He has
just-
a very good ear.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
that
I'll-
either y'all's first time recording in the studio, or
This
have
is my
y'all
first
recorded?
time recording in the studio. I'm not too sure about Justin, though.
Not mine. I've had many projects kind of came and fizzled out over the years since I was a wee lad.
Well, like with most bands, that's usually the make or break point.
Right.
Like when you can make it through a studio recording session. I mean, how do you guys think you did? Do you guys get kind of flustered at times with each other, or were you guys just on the same page the entire time?
I felt like it went really smooth because of how patient we were with the writing process, and the more time we took, the more I guess criticizing each part we did. You know, which
Constructive.
yeah, we very constructive
yeah.
criticism on each part. So by the time we were ready, we were like, okay, are we sure? Are we sure? Because we were spending money on this. We don't want to just go in there, fumbling around. We want to be
Hit
on
the ground.
point.
Hit the ground running.
Exactly. We want to know this is what we want. This is how we want it, and that's amen. It's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it. In fact, there was one day less that we had with Jonathan, and he was like, "Man, y'all kind of blazed through it." And he was like, "Wow, y'all did a great job. It was quick." So it worked out really well.
And for you guys, what, almost done with your studio recording?
Yeah, we're actually finishing up this coming Sunday.
How many tracks are on this?
We have one instrumental like intro track and 4 actually, complete vocal, guitar, drum track. And man, it's a doozy. It's a doozy.
I
man.
can't wait for that.
Our engineer's
Me too,
a
I'm
fucking
excited.
wizard.
We're actually gonna
can't wait for
we
that
we premiered one of our songs last night off the EP. We have not.
We
haven't
are
played
number
it
one.
live.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Well, yeah, we were number one because
That was
who
a great
doesn't like
one.
Lazy Town? I mean, come on. But we premiered one song off the EP, last night when we played, and we to work out the kinks because we want to play it for them, and I think we have kind of idea where we're gonna go with it and everything like that. But it's blowing our minds.
I
and
think
I'm
I
ready
think at last night's show, sitting behind Ricky's cab, like hiding back there,
you were
taking
like
photos.
Gollum. You were just all like, "Let me get this picture of my precious." Like I was, dude. It was okay. So I didn't know Devin was there, and I'm just like,
popped
I'm
out.
in a moment. I'm just like banging my head, and I see a flash. I look over, he just all like had this like deer, this little Bambi and headlight look, and I'm all like, "What are you doing?" And he just all like, "Go with it." I'm just like, "Okay." Like we just locked eye. We didn't say anything, but we just spoke so many words.
Yeah.
And I was all like, "Whatever, man."
The eyes.
But it was so awkward.
Well, I want to crawl back there. I got a lot of stuff from Brendan. I'm not able to crawl around back and
Right.
get some of the drummers.
But you gotta understand, me and you, the way we met through Haunted House, when somebody's crouched down behind something,
I love
They're about to
expecting
rape
get-
you.
Yeah, you're expecting to get
I'm about to
crap on.
pounce.
Yes. And I just look over, and I'm just all like in the moment, and all of a sudden I'm off guard, and I'm all like,
Yeah.
I'm not, this is not my safe space.
You're
I can't
vulnerable.
do it.
See, I got you in a vulnerable
Yeah,
mental
dude,
state.
You got me emotionally, like
Uh-huh.
I was invested. You
Whoa,
just
wasn't
crushed
ready.
You
it.
guys gave me a
I'm
little
not ready
taste
for
of a
that.
haunted house. How'd
Yeah.
y'all meet again? Which one?
At House of Shock.
Tight.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's the big baby.
I did play the big baby.
He wears
Legit.
a diaper
Awesome.
Badass.
I may or may not have worn a diaper.
and
once in
shaved
my
his
life.
head.
Shaved
Eat
my
a
head.
I
poopy
mean, doesn't
diaper.
everybody do that at a certain age?
It's a
And
rite
then
of
repeats.
passage.
Slightly
When
more
you're
comfortable
older.
at an adult age. You were just so free. Just so free. Yeah, you could just drink and just not worry about anything.
Right.
my life.
But like last night with the lighting, I think, and with the sound, everything, I think you guys put every show that you guys do, and I tell you this, man, you guys were better than the last time. Like the first show I saw, I mean, it was rough around the edges, but for a band who'd only been together for such a short amount of
Yeah, that was
time,
only 3 months at that time.
it's ridiculous how the cohesiveness with y'all just kind of clicked, and you just kind of hit the ground running, and you guys knew what to do. All of you guys bring something different from the table, experience from past bands, and you guys kind of went into it with a different take on it. But every single show that I've seen so far around here, you guys have I've seen such a drastic amount of change.
Right.
And like I said, this past show with the lighting and sound, I felt like it was, and if you just close your eyes just for a second or just look at the stage and you don't realize it's at a bar, you're like, wow, this is actually fucking good. Like, just put you guys on a bigger stage and fucking fill it.
Well,
We
we're
got
going
a
to bigger
festival.
stage September 1st. Southport
exactly.
Hall.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna get one of those experiences. You're gonna get 3 of those experiences.
Exactly.
That's 3
Yeah.
times the money. That's
See, that kind of threw me
Right.
off though.
Oh,
The two
it's
first
gonna be good.
bands kind of threw me off. I'm like, it's kind of like lounge. It's like
yeah,
it's
Cat
almost like
Bamboo. They
it's
covered
it's great
time,
music,
like,
but it was
oh.
like loungy music, and then you guys came on and
It's nothing
fucking
wrong with
rocked
diverse
it.
Bill.
Well, I mean,
I
honestly,
did not want to rage with
like,
those first 2 bands.
Right.
long story short, we had, we had originally Solunar was on the bill. They had, some schedule conflicts. It happens, it's no big deal. And we
Schedule
had Cat Bamboo replace
conflicts.
them, and then we had another band drop off. So the show like barely happened. So I mean, we turned rags into riches, and I think we were, for what it was worth. Like last night was just a great night. Like everybody hung out. Like
Yeah.
I met so many new people last night.
No one left.
No
one left. Everyone
know?
that was there at the very beginning stayed there till the end.
Yeah, and
That's-
and
that's
the
what
thing
you
was,
want.
It wasn't the fact. Like the coolest part about what I saw last night, and what I keep seeing at shows, like whether I go to a Solunar show or go to a Resurface show, is that more people are staying, more people are being social, more
They're
people
not
are hanging
fucking
out.
leaving. I hate when those
Exactly.
fucking bands come.
Yeah.
And
they
you know
open
why?
up,
But you know why?
And then they fucking jet.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you the reason why. It's all of our attitudes. That's on us to keep the people engaged as people before musicians. Because if we're not people to them,
You gotta mingle.
then they won't support
Yeah.
us as musicians.
Absolutely.
And that, dude,
Right.
that right there is attitude that has come into fruition.
It's like a
within the
respect
past, like,
thing
year.
too.
You just
The-
got
the
you gotta
respect
mingle.
thing.
Yeah, very much respect.
Yeah, you just
Like,
like you're
Respect.
gonna play with me, but you don't want to.
Respect
You just
our
want to
shit.
jet.
Put
You
some
can bring your
respect on my
fans
band's
with you.
name.
Respect.
Give me throw some
Put
respect
some
on
respect
it.
on my name.
Respect.
What's wrong, Birdman? Just put some respect on my name.
Bitch, you sold out everybody.
Has
Birdman.
Resurface been in studio or planning on going to the studio?
Yeah, we've got a 5-song EP out currently. That was all the first stuff that we've ever written as that band, though. We were working on recording some new stuff currently, but we got about one more song to write, hash out the details. It's going to be a big thing because we're going to start playing with a lot of backtracks and stuff, so we have a lot of production to do. We're going to do pre-prod before we go to the studio and get all that laid out, kind of like how Solunar was talking about. It's you don't want to go up to the studio with your dick in your hand and just be standing there. You know what I mean? You really got to have your parts together.
Sometimes I like
Because
just
time is-
Time
standing
is money.
in a playground
Exactly.
with my dick in my hand.
And-
Sorry.
well, I
and
mean-
that's how you get arrested.
Time is money.
Everybody likes a dick in the hand every once in a
Yeah,
while.
every now and then.
I mean, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
it is. It
Justin
is.
Perret, Andrew Bergini.
Like I won't lie.
Fantastic.
Like I never had heard of Resurface until they had the Cypress reunion show. That was my first time hearing Resurface, and Ricky was all like, "Hey, dude, you need to come out to this and check it out." And I was all like, "All right,
And
definitely will."
you know what sucks is there's a few people dogging that Cypress reunion show. They're like, "Oh, fuck that Cypress, talking shit about the Cypress."
Well, you know what?
That was the one venue that I could get into as a fucking 13-year-old
Right.
kid. And all my goddamn friends from East Jefferson, Riverdale, wherever they were coming from, that was the one place, as everyone, no matter what type of
Right.
music it was. I remember when Tony started doing when dubstep started coming up, he did a dubstep night.
right.
Everything was there. And I liked it.
Yeah.
I think you
That's
have the
where you
purist
convened.
about what it
was
originally
nice.
was, and then where it went before it, it met its demise. And I think you have some purists out there, obviously. But at the end of the day, a local all-age venue is a beautiful thing that we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
So
and they need that.
Especially out in Metairie.
right,
We don't
Right.
have those in Metairie. And people are like, "Whoa, there's kind of Gasa Gasa." Yeah, but
Gasa Gasa gets by on the slick though. They're not even supposed to be doing it. I don't think.
Right.
Right.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
sell
So
alcohol.
it's
Yeah.
just
You're not supposed
it's
to.
just some people can't get all the way to Gasa Gasa. It's just out of the way for some people. That was in the middle of everything almost.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Honestly, though, for all ages idea, like because I came up. That's how I learned how to play music. Was going to all ages shows when I was 12 or 13. Then when I got turned 15, I was like, "Dad, I want a bass. That's what I want to play." And he's all like, and he played guitar.
He's
all
like, "I
"I'll
ain't
buy
raising
you a
no
bass."
queer. You're getting a guitar."
No. Well, my dad was a guitar player, so I tried to play on guitar, and I was like, "Dude, I got these big burly bare hands. Like I can't fret stuff." So he bought me a I told him I
These
wanna
are
play
bass picking
Yeah.
fingers, Paul.
Exactly.
I got sausage
But what I'm
fingers.
saying is, all ages venue made me want to play music because as a child I was inspired, and there's no better time to inspire a person than in their childhood when they're finding themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
But the thing is, it's like nowadays, two things. Number one, children aren't children for very long anymore. That's just
No.
what it is.
They're growing up so fast.
And number 2, 10 years ago, you can have an all ages venue and shit go down, and it's all like, it's just it's whatever, we can make it happen. Now, dude, the world's completely different.
You going to
Like-
jail.
Yeah, like the thing is, you have so many people exposed to so many different things that like there's no innocence anymore. There's no just innocent. Oh yeah, it just
Fucking
happened.
Miley Cyrus.
But don't talk shit
blame
about
my-
Kesha, right, Ricky?
No, you don't talk shit about ketchup.
That's our bae.
Ketchup?
Ketchup.
Oh,
Ketchup.
No,
ketchup.
ketchup.
Like mayonnaise?
K-E $$ AJ.
Ketchup or mustard, guys? What are you guys
What is
on?
that?
Ketchup or mustard?
Depends on what I'm eating.
No, we're on that spicy mayo, bro. Spicy mayo.
All right, okay.
Ooh, yeah,
Sushi?
that's
So I just kind of want to get some more stuff on Resurface because so you guys are trying to work on the new thing, and you guys said you were 2 years. You guys been a band?
Yeah, we've all been in bands for a long time. I mean, Daniel was obviously in Through It Was for a very long time. I was in a band by the name of This Is the Enemy.
Yep.
And then I played with TUC for a small amount of time. And then I was in a band called the Syntheseraph, which we did not play many shows, but it was great music and just everybody's getting older. Life kind of got in the way. Jobs got in the way. Yeah. It was an awesome band, dude. So good. Me and Blaine wrote some of the best shit I've ever written, but shit happens, you know. And Resurface, we're doing good things. Like I said, about 2 years, we started off as an acoustic group. And right now we're just sort of restructuring. We actually lost our bass player, Mike Cheesy Fingers. He left. That little bitch. No, he does it all the time. I love him. That's my dude.
He leaves and then comes back.
Yeah, absolutely, actually. That's his
He'll
thing.
come back and in
He has-
greater numbers.
When he's done with Great Death, don't leave
He has a thing. He says when he leaves, he's like, I'm leaving to make y'all better, and then I'll join again. And I was like, okay, cool. So anyway, we felt
He
that's
leaves. You guys track his instrument. He comes back. God damn it.
right. No, we actually have Jody Linnell, who he's just a badass bass player and a great guy. He was in the Absinthe Project and was with 12 Stones for a while, and he's just a good dude. So he's filling that slot now. We're writing really good music. So
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, you're good.
One thing we had space metal on recently, and something that one of the members kind of brought up. Instead of like, what do you guys prefer? Would you, if you could, record a full-length album, release an EP, or just occasionally release a song?
If you're talking to the musician, I would rather write tons of shit, record it all, and then play some shows. But a band is a dynamic, and you have singers, and they get bored when they're not, doing shit. So, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody wants to play shows. We're doing it for fun. So I personally would like to record a bunch of stuff and then go out and play, but that's just me. I see both sides because playing shows are fun, dude. Who doesn't like to get on stage and slam?
Just to stay kind of concurrent, like current, there's kind of that aspect to it, releasing it, kind of leaving some, like a tease, constantly being, in the news feed. Because that's what it's about, kind of general, is to be on social media and to be, oh, hey, here I am, instead of just blowing your load and like, here it is. And if they don't like it, then you just wasted that one shot that you had.
I totally get that too. I just don't think that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, like we talked earlier about changing the way things are, man. Back in the day, like, you bought an album because every track, you wanted to hear every track from that band and then pick out your favorite tracks. Now, with the way you talk about social media, not even social media, but having the access to iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff, you can pick what you want. So honestly, I find more bands are gravitating towards the EPs because they can release content faster.
Yeah.
It's taking
I
a
have to
year
agree.
to put out a
There's a faster turnaround rate
exactly.
with music
Instead of taking
nowadays.
a year to put out an album, you could take 6 months and put out a 5-song EP every 6 months and get more content out, creating more fans, creating more business for yourself. So
And more tours on that.
exactly, and you can play those like the songs that are getting a lot of traction because you can see your hits, your buys, your clicks, all that stuff. You can tell what's getting traction, what people want to hear, and you could pick. Okay, we put out 5 songs in this EP. 2 out of these 3 songs weren't as strong. We're gonna play these 3 when we go out. And then if you want to, there's some bands that actually take and put 2 or 3 EPs together, best of, and put it in an album or a collection, and they sell that, and then boom, it's a hit album because everybody's favorite songs.
I
are.
wouldn't even be able to listen to an album with Ricky because you'd probably like, get to like the chorus. Like you kind of get the rest of the song, go on the next one.
What, Ricky?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what he
dude,
usually
it's
does.
bad. Like
It's like,
Rick-
all right, next song. You get the chorus because they just the next 5 minutes they just repeat the next thing.
Yeah.
Next song.
shit.
Next song.
Really?
Next song.
No, dude. So
I
funny
can't
story.
listen to an entire song with them. He's like, check out this band, and I'll be checking it out, and he's like, you get it. Next one. I'm like,
What'd you
"God
think?"
damn. What'd you think? Well, I
You
didn't
bring up a
finish the
very
song.
valid point, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, putting out an album is really hard, and it's hard to do for multiple reasons. And I don't think it goes over as well as an EP.
Right.
It's just easier to get out.
It is.
One of my favorite metal bands, they do this. I don't know if they do it intentionally.
Into the mic.
Is Revocation. Every so often they'll just drop an EP out of nowhere after like 2 or 3 full lengths, and then they'll do 2 more full lengths and another EP.
Those dudes shred so much.
Oh, it's so like he
So
turned me on
fucking
to him,
good.
and-
Have you guys ever seen him live?
Yep.
Oh, la la la.
Yeah, he did. I didn't get to go to that show 'cause I was working, but I'm going to the next show. I think it's in November.
I saw them and Periphery together.
Oh,
To be honest with you guys, the only EP I've ever heard that I've liked every fucking song on was Simple Life. The first EP. That was like so far within the past 5 years.
Favorite EP, no lie, the first Vets one.
That's your tits.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan of. I can't say I honestly have a favorite EP as of now, dude. I'm just a fan of so many things, and now that I'm in a new band with new dudes that I've never met in my life, and I meet these guys, like when I met, them two, like they were just like, check this band out, this band. They turned me on to this like just instrumental prog, and like when I met Ricky, he turned me on to like bands like. I'm meeting so many more people in the scene that are turning me on to stuff, and I'm getting so much like content thrown at me. Like, there's so many bands out there that people just don't know about, man.
So
I like when Ricky got turned on to Ghost.
I know, dude. No, because like
Was
the
that
first
like
time-
really late or something?
dude? No, because like,
Story behind it.
but no, even before that, dude. Like, I love Ghost. Like, I'm a fan of Ghost. Like,
Tight.
I didn't understand them until I saw them live, and I was all like, holy shit, I get it. I get the whole concept. And then like Ricky's all like, Ghost is trash. Like that's what he was like. And then I guess you
Okay,
want to
so a
tell.
couple years ago, Ghost came to town, and me and Jenna were like, "You're gonna go to that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Let's see what they sound like." But let's do it. And they wear the corpse paint and shit, so we're just like, "It's gonna be death metal. It's gonna be death." So we listen to it. It's all like really poppy, and I'm just like, so we like legit. Me and Jenna were shell shocked for a year over this. Just like, I can't believe that was Ghost. And then like, one day, we're like, "Oh, let me give Ghost a chance again." And I listened to it. I'm like, all right, yeah, this Ghost. And now I'm a big fan of Ghost. I'm a fan.
You just got mad because they
Exactly
had
the
black
same way
metal
it happened to
makeup
me.
and you didn't. You're like-
That's what I was expecting. So I wasn't expecting like.
I mean, a name like
real
Ghost.
poppy kind of feel, like dark.
You don't fuck with death metal at all.
I mean,
Oh, I
Revocation,
do. Oh,
Revocation,
I do.
Ultra
Death metal's
Therapy,
sweet.
Oh yeah.
Raise the death toll on occasion, but I'm not really like.
Gotta love those guys.
The reason why I like Raise the Death Toll is the reason why I don't like other death metal bands. Brawler when he screams.
Into the mic.
It's literate. It's not like.
Yeah.
You sound like a Cronenberg.
You can hear what he's saying. And the death metal like gutturals are just too low for me. Like the guitars, like Cannibal Corpse guitars, they're insane. All these other death metal bands, the guitars are insane, but the vocals, I can't get past it. They released instrumental albums, I'd be fans all day. But I do not. I abhor the vocals.
There's I feel like it's such a disappointment. You got like a great build up. You're like, motherfucking yeah, and it's like, bleh.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's and, honestly, I have the opposite feeling about Slayer, dude. I listen to Slayer and it's great, and then Tom Mariah comes in with those vocals, and I'm all like, one song that's good, and then I'm just all like, bro.
I like Slayer
Oh.
just because it's Slayer.
You just like to say fucking Slayer.
Yeah. I mean, that's always great, but man, like,
Whether you love them or hate them, you love them.
Same thing with Misfits. Just wear the t-shirts. Don't even listen to the music.
Yeah.
but there's always the one argument:
Disgrace.
Maiden or Priest. No one ever likes both of them equally.
I like them both.
Maiden. I'm
Yeah,
a
it's-
Maiden
it's
guy.
always that argument. I'm a
Maiden.
Priest guy.
Priest.
You know what I mean? So-
Priest. Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
It's like saying
Maiden.
You gotta,
Maiden.
You gotta like African
Yeah.
Burial, you gotta like Periphery. It's the same genre, two ends of the spectrum.
Two ends of the spectrum for sure.
I like
Yeah.
Priest because they can break away and make those poppy songs. Like,
Sure. I mean,
and
do I
then-
like Priest?
yeah,
Yeah.
Breaking the
But if
Law
you're
and-
saying which one do I
Yeah.
like more, Maiden or Priest?
Right.
Maiden
Yeah.
all day.
I like Maiden's guitar work a lot.
I'm a Rush guy.
But I like Priest because it's metal.
Rob Halford's voice though, man.
Rush.
That dude's a
Rush.
That dude's
Rush
yeah,
is dope.
Rush, dude.
Oh,
Most
wow.
underrated band ever.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Neil Peart's drum kit.
Dude, it,
Yeah.
it took them so long to get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like there were so many less talented bands that
Yeah, it's
got
I
because
in
know.
they're
there.
Canadian.
Doesn't matter.
It does
They're
matter.
so
I
talented.
guess.
that means
so.
they're really nice. So they
And they toured till
finish
they're like
last.
70.
What you talking about? We're not in the Hall of Fame, eh? Can we get in this year, eh? No? Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
No, we're sorry we're not in the Hall of Fame. We're sorry.
Shit.
So the show is actually going to be in the main room over at Southport.
Big
No,
stage?
The deck room.
God
Deck
damn
room.
it.
Ah.
That's fucking whack.
We could do the.
We
main
should
room,
try to
though.
like. We should try to pack that.
We
Actually,
could-
you know what? I seen a little
Let's
thing
pack
that
it.
said that there was another show there at that.
They've
Fuck
done
that. We're gonna
They-
take
no.
that crowd.
So I'm not gonna. I don't know what to say or anything. Cause it's like a cover band. It's a Alice in Chains cover band.
I'm gonna wear.
Oh
some
no, it's
assless
either Alice in
chaps and
Chains or
get that
STP.
crowd over
I
here.
can't never.
ST what? ST what?
Last time I went to the deck room, Norma Jean was playing, and we're raised the death toll. And Proto Man, I was like,
Dude, I had the same thing. I was all like,
It's
I
like
think-
Megadeth.
I think,
Megadeth? Mega Man. Jesus Christ.
I think that
Jameson
that,
is a
that
hell of a
one
drug.
show where when you and I went to the deck room, Raise the Death Toll show.
It was Raise the Death Toll.
But on the main stage, they had Suzaku 7
and Proto Man.
playing.
Proto Man.
That's Drew's band, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys
The
remember
Drew's band,
Power
yeah.
Glove?
So that's kind of
Power
what
Glove, hell
threw
yeah.
me
Dope
off
as
when
fuck.
they're doing those 2-stage type things, which I think is cool. But what you guys should do on this deck room show you guys are doing, pack it like a fucking sardine can. But
Yeah,
pack it
I
with
have
We're
no
gonna pack
doubt
that
with
motherfucker.
the talent of these.
Someone's
three
gonna
bands,
break
it's
a
gonna-
limb, and it's
Oh,
gonna be
no, no,
Pickle's
no,
left
dude.
arm
No,
for the
no.
4th time.
No. Funny fact. Daniel
Random
almost
fact,
broke
he's
his
broken.
ankle
Fourth time.
when we were shooting our music video for Backpage News
Oh,
at
man.
Twist of Lime because he slipped on a
Oh,
pool
the
noodle. Fucking pool
Hawaiian
noodle.
party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, shit gets rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody want some Jameson?
So, do each of y'all have a favorite show that you've ever performed at?
The best show.
House of
best
Blues, hands
show.
down.
All right, so is it with this current band or just in general?
I'll
'Cause, I
allow it.
mean-
I'll allow either. Mention what band it was with if it was with a different band.
All right,
but-
'cause I'm saying, 'cause-
I'll allow it, McLean, but watch yourself.
no,
Deep
because
cuts.
honestly, I'll tell you. I'll start from mine. One was like as of right now, my favorite show was when we played in my hometown of Houma with Event Horizon. Like that show was insane. Like we came in there as a band. I mean, everybody knew me, of course, because that's where I'm from,
Right.
and knew me from other bands that played in Houma and stuff like that.
And you were doing a double duty, right?
Yeah, I was doing double duty. I played bass with Event Horizon, then had to play drums with another band that I was filling in with. And yeah. Anyway, we won't talk about that.
No, I'm gonna say
we're
it.
gonna
What's
talk
up?
about that night. It's
Fuck that. What's going on?
Yeah. So, but no, the cool thing was is like
Don't let me out.
they're like I just
Let
felt
me in.
inspired and like I looked at all my
That's all you need
friends
to
and
do.
I'm just looking at y'all. I'm like, y'all are metalheads and y'all are not pitting into this music. Fuck you. And we played this one song. And we just stopped and I was just waved my hand. I was like, go motherfuckers! And dude, the pit just went in fucking insane.
That had to feel
And
good.
that was our first pit that we ever had at a show, and it was so cool that people just got it. And like, it was so cool because when
Someone
I said that, I just saw
got
everybody
knocked
just throw
over.
the beer down.
Did you guys see
And they
that?
just ran in.
Yeah,
I saw people just-
some guy like fucking hit a woman, knocked her over, knocked all of her drinks over.
I get a little frantic when I'm up there, so I can't see anything.
Yeah, dude. I get scared by little dudes crouching down. But,
The show made me cut my hair because when I was playing, my hair was going down on my
Yeah.
fretboard, and I kept pulling my hair. I'm like, fuck.
Dude, it's terrible. I used to have long hair, man.
But my
miss
favorite
it.
show ever was actually with my old band Gunsmoking Chaos for Devin's mom's birthday. That was a really cool night. That was a lot of fun. That was because I got to perform with
mom's a
Devin's mom. A
badass,
lot
I
of my
guess.
friends that never seen me play music at all, and a lot of us, most of the people in the band were working House of Shock. So it was cool to get that whole 360 degree where like we shared a moment. Not to mention it was just cool to party with your mom because
Yeah.
it's your mom.
She
Yeah.
partied with your
Yeah.
mom.
Part of
You
my
weren't
mom.
old enough, little baby Devin.
Damn.
Little baby Devin.
I was at home.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Devin's just
she didn't
just,
cook me dinner, so I had to, thanks to you, I had to microwave a goddamn TV dinner.
Wait,
She didn't- she
don't
didn't
you have
leave any
MREs?
leftovers.
I know you have MREs, dude. Come on. I see you eat them. I know you have them.
I have an
Yeah.
entire cabinet.
you
full
hide
of
them MREs?
MREs.
You have them MREs?
He's slowly
they're still
feeding
good.
them to me.
Yeah, I'm like this. It's about a day
Okay,
off
I've
the
got a new
expiration
challenge
date.
for you.
I got
Enchilada- Enchiladas are excellent, in my opinion.
I like the
Like
Salisbury
I love
I
enchiladas.
hate the fucking Salisbury steak because they take the Salisbury steak and rename it 3 different times. Maple syrup meat thing or country
our next
steak
album.
or Salisbury steak, and it's exactly the same fucking thing 3 times, but they just change the name, and it's just fucking this rectangle like eraser. Fucking
If one of us doesn't get on stage and say this next song is maple syrup meat thing, I'm gonna be really upset.
and like,
I'm gonna be
let's say,
ashamed of
like,
all
okay,
of
so
us.
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
So
yes.
first, we're all gonna name each one of our songs is gonna be some kind of different MRE name. I nominate since Red Giant is our favorite. It has to become Maple Syrup Meat Thing. Okay?
Yeah. This first one.
so
Make it happen.
There's our
Syrup
meat thing.
So for Solunar, you guys played quite a few, a couple shows now since your first show. Which one has been your favorite one? The one in Baton Rouge, the one down here?
Personally, I like the Twist of Lime most. Like the sound that they gave us, we sounded huge in my opinion.
Primo.
Huge.
It's just
Primo.
I could hear everything very clearly. And
Yeah.
It was a very good time, you know.
I remember you guys played that show, and you guys played before us, and I was like, "Fuck, that was really good." I'm kind of drunk, and I don't know if we're gonna sound that good, but I'm gonna try.
First
And
time
if,
I heard them, I flipped out.
they were really good.
Shit.
Well, because we shared a practice space with these dudes for forever, and then our drummer had to go get another band, and I was like, "This is getting too crowded,"
Yeah.
you know. So we ended up
That
getting
was
our own
crowded.
space, but you guys crush it.
Yeah.
Continuing to
I
crush
think
it.
every time y'all do. Golly.
What's your favorite show that you guys played?
Mm,
I liked the Baton Rouge show because it was just in this fucking hellhole.
It keeps coming up. I wish
Dude,
I
it's
was
just a
there.
fucking
Dude, that Baton
What
Rouge show
happened?
was-
Yeah.
Before it's a-
I
The
like that one
ceiling,
too,
Did they have, like,
the
titties
ceiling
and
was
shit?
fucking falling. There was a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah,
God
it was metal.
Like,
It was
like
the,
we
the
walk
metal,
in there. Yeah,
The
like,
bathroom
you know,
was
had
the
that
nicest
appeal and
fucking
atmosphere.
thing
Yeah.
about that place. They had
Like-
dentistry equipment right when you fucking walked in, like
Yeah.
old 1940s like examination light on it. I'm like, what the fuck do they have this for? And in the back, I looked on Google Images. Apparently, it's like a artist market thing
yeah.
on other days. But there's boats and fucking trailers everywhere.
Is this the
Sports cars
record
and stuff,
store?
Like store over there, like yeah.
An old car garage.
Tight.
Yeah.
What was the
But
name of the
like
venue?
everything was falling
524
apart.
Studios.
524. Okay, I've heard
Yeah.
things.
It was so cool though, cause like when we first got there, we just walk in and it looked like just a bunch of gutter punks hanging out in there. Me and
They're
Rick were like,
smelly.
is that
really
That's
smelly.
what we were playing. And they were like, oh yeah, this is like cool. They just hung out. And like, can we vape in here? Yeah, whatever. Can we drink in here? Yeah, whatever. Like they're just like,
Can we
yeah,
fuck
whatever you
in
want to do.
here?
Just make sure you don't fuck this place up.
Get
We're all
freaky,
like,
get
It's
weird
already
in
fucked
here.
up.
okay, like
but
when can we do more of this?
But
like,
what's crazy is that there's really, really nice piano in there. That
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
piano.
yeah.
I love
I did see
piano.
that. I did see that. That was nice.
From an old local band called Mara.
Yeah,
You guys remember them?
Oh,
I don't.
yeah, I remember them.
God,
But,
My
uh,
bad.
the
Sorry.
only one?
So your favorite show?
Oh, to be honest, it was definitely one of the Twist Alum. Like Gavin said, you know, the sound over there is just incredible. Whoever the sound guy is, I don't know his name, but he's just phenomenal.
It
work,
changes
and-
from show
Yeah,
to show.
He just makes everybody sound so great, and the lights, and I guess the bar atmosphere. I've always liked that, you know, and
Smoke.
yeah, the smokiness. It makes it more
Sick
appealing
clouds.
for us and for the fans. So,
Yeah.
but as for like another project I mean, it was a local show at Cypress a long time ago, and
long,
it was
long time ago.
yeah. I mean, I was probably 17, 18, and we opened for Organized Hostility, Aggravate, and
Aggravate.
I think some other band, but I can't remember. But it's definitely Aggravate and Organized Hostility, and
Always good shows.
that show was so packed. It was at least 350 people, and it was so like sardines. It was just massive, and I never played for a crowd that large before, and I was just like
And-
blown away.
For you with Resurface, when you
So-
play, you get pretty red.
Thank you.
No problem. I
Yeah.
took one photo of you screaming, and
Thank
it looked
you.
like your head was about to fucking pop.
I like to jam, man.
You're like,
No, I mean we played the Parish Room at the House of Blues, which was hands down like check off like list. You know what I mean? Playing the House of Blues. Next is the main stage. Gonna make that happen. We won a radio contest. It was really funny because we put out our softest fucking song, which is Anchor. And we put that song out on the radio, and we actually got radio play from it, and we won a contest. Ended up playing with a bunch of really awesome bands, but rock groups. So we get up there, and we're closing the show, packed house, and our first song is so heavy. And we're like, hey, guys, you may not like this. And then we just bust into the song, and it was great. I mean, but it was...
Did they like it?
Yeah, a lot of people stayed around. I'm going to be lying to you if I say a lot of people, didn't leave, but
They were like,
majority
"Fuck
of the
this."
crowd, right? I mean, it was so aggressive, but the majority of the crowd stayed, and we had a great time, and we played probably the best we've ever played. It was amazing, and that was with Resurface. But
Yeah.
personally, as in one of my other bands, we did a CD release show at Cypress, and I think we had like 450 people show up, and I've never played in front of a crowd that big, and it was just amazing.
Mhm.
But yeah, House of Blues, hands down. I mean, anybody, right? I mean, if you guys say you can play the House of Blues,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'd
You're
probably say
playing
that
for
too.
the name. It's more of a brand now.
Right.
than-
Yeah.
It's
You
more of
just
a
get a
brand
hard
now
on.
than anything.
Yeah, House of,
yeah,
Yeah, it looks-
House
yeah.
of Boner. What?
Yeah.
Like
Just
for me,
walk
I
in.
want
I'm
to play.
sorry.
I always wanted to play Howlin' Wolf, Tipitina's, One Eye Jackson.
Oh, I mean, you never
House of
played,
Blues.
dude.
I
Howlin'
feel-
Wolf's
I
great.
know what I'm saying. I played Howlin' Wolf. I played
Oh.
Tipitina's. I haven't
I
played.
played both.
You
the
play
other two.
Howlin'.
I feel like
And no, I played Tipitina's with a different.
Oh,
band.
that was another thing. We did. This is Enemy had a Battle of the Bands, and we played at the Hangar. It was the bar Battle of the Bands, and we ended up winning at the Hangar one year, and that was an awesome time too.
I feel like if I was in a band, the one place I would want to play, like if I had to pick and choose, it would be the main stage at Southport Hall, because
It's
fuck House of Blues right now. I mean, they're good, but just I don't know. I kind of like the environment over at Southport Hall just a little bit better.
the only thing I will say is that playing the main stage at Southport Hall is awesome, but it's really hard to fill that room.
Yeah.
Really hard. And I mean, we played with 12
Such a
Stones
big
there.
room.
And
It
it's
is a
very
huge room.
important that you fill the room.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
I mean, you're losing money if you open that room up and you're not filling it. And I mean, we played with
Yeah.
12 Stones and we played with some big acts over there, and it was great, and we had a great time. But, and I mean, honestly, the sound's great too. I mean, if you think you do it on a small stage, you're gonna do great on a large stage. But it's fun for
my,
sure.
My first time actually going to the House of Blues or in the Parish Room
Mm.
was to go see Arbitrary, and I thought it was so fucking funny because Jeffrey's mom and her friend were like, because someone was like doing the pit and flew back, hit Jeffrey's mom's friend,
The kid was like, don't want to get hit, don't get in the pit.
and they weren't
No
even
shit.
they weren't even in the pit. They're like off to the side near the wall, and the guy was just like hurricane over towards them and just fucking punch him in the fucking face.
Can we talk about how cool Jeffrey is? That's a good guy.
Shreds.
He shreds balls,
shreds.
and he's just nice.
Yeah,
He's a nice fella.
But, I mean, he doesn't return phone calls, you know.
Oh shit,
That's
Jeffrey,
whatever.
Jeffrey, get your shit together.
Bomb dropped.
So
You heard it here first.
Apparently, too busy
I think
doing
that's what we need to do,
tours
too.
I don't want you
and school. God, says he's busy doing.
Talk to your family, Jeffrey.
I know, shit. See you at Thanksgiving, Jeffrey.
You guys are related?
You're not giving your servant yams. sir.
Tight. I have to pee.
I do have to be also.
This is terrible.
I think this is a good segue into our next thing, but
Yeah.
Golden
have a-
showers? R. Kelly. Which one is it?
huh? What? Huh?
Tight.
Trapped in the closet.
If you like something, pee on it.
Yes.
Damn.
No, but yeah, we actually have a challenge. We'll set it up, and
Does it
we're gonna
involve
take one
pee?
person from each band and put you guys
Damn it. That
against
means
it.
I got to do something. I'm the only one here.
Time to get weird.
So-
Pickle
Before we
break.
go into that real quick, I want to remind everybody to check out the Solunar CD release
Yes.
September 1st, where they'll be playing with Resurface and Event Horizon.
All right.
That's at Southport Hall in the deck room.
St. Charles, the Horizon.
Yeah, that right. Or Gin Cafefe. Depends.
That's great.
And where can people follow each one of y'all?
Event Horizon.
Yeah.
In Twinette.
We're at it's either for Event Horizon it'd be Event Horizon NOLA on Instagram. It's E on Facebook, and then there's ehofficial.com, which is our actual website. Yeah, we don't know how to use the
It's just
twits.
words. Not a big deal.
We're definitely twats for twits. Like we can't do it, man. Ricky's like, you know how to tweets? I'm like, I don't know shit, dude.
Every
Like,
other day I go on and be like, y'all know how to use this thing?
no.
And for Solunar,
It's Facebook.com/Solunar Music. That's probably our main
Instagram.
social media. Yeah, we do have an Instagram. I think it's the same name, Instagram, Solunar Music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Tumblr?
at Solunar Music.
Tumblr.
Dick pics.
No Tumblr.
No Tumblr.
No vid.
No,
No,
no
All right,
Tumblr.
for
yet,
Resurface,
at least.
Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram.
yeah. Facebook, Instagram. It's Resurface Band, Resurface Music, something like that. I don't really know.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Tight, yeah.
Band is the Instagram.
Tight.
Yeah.
Look,
Resurface.
dude, Ricky's
Yeah,
got
what
me.
is it?
Yeah, resurface all caps. You got to put
Yeah.
all caps.
Oh yeah,
It's
I know,
true.
it's like,
It's
damn,
all
I'm
caps.
like,
It's like, yeah, you have to.
It's true.
Just
And-
look at resurface and imagine this guy turning red, and you would understand the name. It's resurface.
Look, and we have our first EP on Bandcamp available for Free download. So go get that
Free
shit.
download. What?
Free
Get it free.
99.
Free
It didn't
download.
cost us. It didn't cost us anything to make the EP, so we aren't gonna charge you.
Fuck
Go
yeah.
get it.
That is a good guy.
Can you
right
tip
there.
on there?
Indeed.
You can,
Sweet.
or you can buy a physical copy from us at a show.
Or I'll just
That's-
reverse rob you and put money in your pocket.
I like it.
Shout out to Jordan Modair for doing all the great artwork in the local scene.
Yes.
Dude,
Dude, for real.
what a bad
Oh,
Any other
motherfucker,
hey, while you
right?
guys are on here, any shout outs, grandmas, small sisters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
His art out.
Oh, you want to plug
Everybody
our
out
producer?
Zach
Zach
Keel.
Keel.
Doing our EP.
Justin
Man.
Brett.
Andrew Bragagnini.
Yeah. Guy.
Waddle Media, Andrew Waddle. He did our video. The look. So
Oh, and our good friend Taryn Pages.
Page.
Taryn Pages.
Are any of
he's
y'all
a good guy.
on YouTube?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the YouTube.
Do you know-
It's like finding
YouTubes.
ours, it's like Event Horizon music.
And then you look at Event Horizon up.
Yeah,
There's 20
one of the
videos
biggest
of Event
complaints
Horizon.
that I have with YouTube right now is, in order to get a personalized address, you need,
100
like,
subscribers.
yeah.
Fuck
So
that.
please, people,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Me and my
Yeah.
wife
Subscribe
do.
to
Just
these
click-
bands.
it's a
Subscribe
quick
to
click.
us.
I'm about to
It's a
make
quick-
100 more
quick click.
YouTube channels.
Me and,
Click.
me
Start
and my wife are
subscribing.
trying to get like this nerd squish thing that we got going on. It's all like just music, Comic-Cons, movies, just all kinds of crazy shit. And yeah, you can't fucking make a
Yeah,
personalized
most importantly, if you're listening to this, make sure you subscribe to Pickle. Don't just listen to it. Subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share,
Because he is awesome.
subscribe.
Right.
He plugs us, let us plug him because he is awesome.
What you need to do is
Thank
like
you.
the video,
share the love.
comment the
Pickle
video,
scoop!
share the video, and then
Pickle Scoop!
report the video after that.
For lewd
Flag
content.
it. Just flag it.
Lewd content and language.
If you report
we
this,
said
I will
pickle.
find
This
you.
offended me.
I still have to pee really bad.
I call dibs first on the bathroom.
Thank y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the challenge.
My dick is
Was that
going
a
to
polyrhythm?
explode with urine.
My boy.
Blackout!
Wait, go to output.
God damn it.
Whack. Output.
Just click, yeah.
Okay.
I did it right, you motherfucker.
No, I'm just double checking that. Shit.
And we are back. And at this time, I am going to turn over the show to our game show host.
Welcome. So today we're gonna be pulling out some tissues here, and I'm gonna introduce the contestants right now. And but before I introduce them, let me just explain the game to you. You have to pull out one tissue at a time with one hand. You can have the other hand holding the box down if you want. Now I'm gonna start introducing the contestants tonight. It's Bonk DeGenter over here in the vape corner. The very hazy
Fabe Nash.
Vape Nash. And with him is Monkey. That's his trainer right there. Then next is the Avocado Gent from Solunar. And next from Resurface is Master Exploder. He's looking very ready tonight.
You're looking very red, you're right.
Hot and ready.
Now, do you understand the rules and the name of the game?
Yeah.
Ricky's had a lot of practice with the tissues and wiping up messes that he makes, if you catch my drift. All right, on the count of three. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Look at him go. It's a mess of tissues. My God. Hold your box up when you're done. Winner! Oh, and then last, Ricky. Gotta finish. All right, well, that's the show, folks.
Tight.
Master Exploder in first.
Resurface
Avocado
wins as
Gent
always.
from Solunar in second. And And last, as usual, Ricky from Event Horizon.
We have stamina.
We want to remind everybody to check them all out on September 1st at Southport Hall in the deck room, where they will be playing for Solunar's CD release party. So, till the next show, Scoop out.
Fave Nation.